Part two. So the person said, "You don't look like you have anything." Okay. Okay. Again, I say it- it's pretty easy to kind of size up people real quick, I guess. I can do a quick assessment of somebody just from how things appear, not what they have on, but if I know where you work at and I know where you live, have an idea where you live, and see what you drive, I can have a pretty good idea of what you ought to have and how many years you've been, working in the workforce. You know, do the math, but you never know how a person is investing. But if you make a certain income and you have certain things, I'll know that you're not investing a whole lot. If that makes sense. If you're making $40,000 a year, but you have a overpriced car and you've been driving cars like that for years, I know you don't have what the next person that has a $40,000 job and they've been driving a economy car for the same amount of time. I know that that person probably has or should have more invested than you, but that's not my point. So we're going to move on from this line of talking about that. But so I list my credentials so you'll know that I have authority on the subject. Okay. So I'll tell you about, real estate, an overview of it. I'm not going to tell you everything. It might knock me in my head. I'll talk about stock market. I'll talk about retirement funds, in general. And to give you and let you know that, yes, I have the credentials to be able to talk to you about the subject. But I still know that there'll be some people that won't want to hear it or will deny my coaching, don't want it because it's from me. Not because the information is not good, but it's from me. And I'm okay with that. But if it was that guy or somebody that looks like that guy, and you know what I'm alluding to, it would be more acceptable, right? But that's okay because there are other guys that came under his program that went off and doing great doing this. That look like me, right? So you can't. There's no excuse for me. There's no excuses for me to say, well, they don't want to hear me because I'm black, fat, and short, right? They don't believe me because I'm black, fat, and short. There's no excuse for me. I'm gonna keep on driving, right? They don't want to hear me because they just don't believe me. And that's usually local people that kind of know you, believe it or not, that don't want to hear you. Prophet is never accepted in his home. And I don't like using the word never, but you know what I'm saying. But it'd be local people that kind of know you. They're like, oh, that's just Steve. I don't want to hear that. When a stranger, people out there in internet land, faraway places that don't know you, they'll listen to the information, whether they like you or not. So regardless of that, I'm going to keep on driving. I'm going to keep posting. So if you don't like my voice, you're probably going to get very uncomfortable. And if you don't want to hear me, just stroll on past, hit that button, the delete button or whatever you hit, stroll on past it. And by the way, we're also on YouTube. We're uploading our videos to YouTube as well. We're on Facebook, YouTube. I'm going to utilize my Instagram also. We'll be late in this part of the game, but none of this is to. Yeah, I don't mind being a social media influencer, uh, content creator, but that's just another stream of income. But the main thing is, I want to coach you. I want you to listen to me so you can move ahead. I want you to buy my books so you can learn. And yes, I want to make a profit from my books, right? For the information that I have, right? But this is not to come on here and to be a entertainer. I'm not trying to entertain you in the sense of, oh, let me make you laugh. Ha 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 ha. I can be a hilarious guy, but that's not my point. And I do have videos where I do things that are for hilarity, but that's because I enjoy doing this, right? So this is all in to help you be better. You're watching Steve McBride Uncuffed.